Welcome to today's video. This is a text-based voiceover experience designed for you to listen, reflect, and engage deeply. Before we begin, grab a pen and a notebook, plug in your earphones, or find a comfortable spot to sit back and relax. Let's dive in, listen closely, think about it, and let the ideas spark your imagination. What if everything you've been taught about money is holding you back from true wealth? Imagine two dads, one rich, one poor, shaping your financial future with completely opposite advice. Which one would you listen to? If you're ready to rethink money and unlock financial freedom, stick around for this game-changing summary of Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. Let's dive in. Hey there, money-minded folks. Welcome back to the channel where we break down the best books to level up your life. I'm your guide to smarter living, and today we're tackling a personal finance classic that's still rocking the world in 2025, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Written by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter, this book has sold over 32 million copies and transformed how people think about money. Why is it so special? It's not just a book, it's a mindset shift. Through the story of two dads, Kiyosaki's educated but struggling poor dad and his friend's savvy rich dad, it teaches you how to escape the rat race and build real wealth. In the next 15 minutes, you'll get the juiciest insights, practical tips, and a few mind-blowing quotes to inspire your financial journey. So grab a notebook, hit that like button, and let's get started. Key point 1. The mindset divide, rich dad versus poor dad. First up, let's talk about the heart of Rich Dad Poor Dad, the mindset divide between the rich and the poor. Kiyosaki introduces us to his two dads. His poor dad, his biological father, was a highly educated teacher who worked hard but always struggled financially. His rich dad, the father of his best friend, was a businessman who never finished high school but built massive wealth. The difference? Their beliefs about money. Poor dad believed in the traditional path: go to school, get a good job, save money, and avoid risks. Sound familiar? It's what most of us are taught. But rich dad, he saw things differently. He believed that working for money traps you in the rat race. Instead, you should make money work for you through investments and assets. Here's a killer quote from the book. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. Wow, right? Let's break it down with a story. Imagine two friends, Alex and Bella. Alex follows poor dad's advice, gets a stable job, saves every penny, and avoids debt. Bella, inspired by Rich Dad, starts a side hustle, invests in stocks, and buys a rental property. 10 years later, Alex is still grinding at his 9 to 5, while Bella's investments are earning her thousands a month. The lesson: your mindset shapes your wealth. Before we move on, drop a comment below. Are you Team Poor Dad or Team Rich Dad right now? I'm curious, and stick around because the next point is a total game changer. Key point 2. Assets versus liabilities. Know the difference. Alright, here's where things get juicy. One of the biggest lessons in Rich Dad Poor Dad is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Spoiler alert, most people get this wrong, and it's why they stay broke. Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki that an asset puts money in your pocket, like rental properties, stocks, or businesses. A liability that takes money out, like car loans, credit card debt, or even your house if it's not generating income. Here's a real-world example. Let's say you buy a fancy car for $40,000. It feels like an asset, right? Wrong. That car's value drops the second you drive it off the lot, and you're stuck with payments and maintenance costs. Now compare that to buying a small apartment you rent out for $1,000 a month. That's an asset. It's literally paying you. Rich Dad's golden rule: focus on buying assets, not liabilities. Another gem from the book: wealth is a person's ability to survive so many number of days forward. Or if I stopped working today, how long could I survive? Think about that. How long could you last without a paycheck? For most people, it's a wake-up call. Quick challenge: look at your last big purchase. Was it an asset or a liability? Share your answer in the comments. I'm reading everyone. Up next, we're diving into why your job might be holding you back. Key point 3. Escape the rat race with financial education. Now let's talk about the rat race. You know, that endless cycle of working hard, paying bills, and never getting ahead? Rich Dad Poor Dad says the way out is financial education. Poor Dad believed a good education meant a high-paying job, but Rich Dad argued that schools don't teach you how money works. Crazy, right? In 2025, with inflation and gig economy side hustles booming, this lesson hits harder than ever. Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki to prioritize financial literacy. Understanding taxes, investments, and cash flow. For example, did you know that the rich use corporations to pay less in taxes legally? Or that investing in real estate can create passive income streams? These aren't secrets, they're skills anyone can learn. Kiyosaki started small, buying his first rental property as a young adult, and it snowballed into a fortune. Here's a practical tip for today: start educating yourself. Read books, listen to podcasts, or follow finance creators on YouTube. Even 30 minutes a week can change how you see money. Imagine this: you learn about dividend stocks, invest $5,000, and earn $200 a year in dividends. That's money working for you while you sleep. Hang tight, because the next point will show you how to take control of your financial future. Any guesses what it is? Drop them in the comments. Key point 4: take risks and own your future. Here's the final big takeaway: to build wealth, you've got to take risks and take control. Rich Dad encouraged Kiyosaki to think like an entrepreneur, not an employee. That means starting businesses, investing in opportunities, and not being afraid to fail. Poor Dad played it safe, sticking to his job and pension plan. But in today's world, with AI automating jobs and markets shifting, playing it safe can be the riskiest move. Let's look at a modern example. Meet Sarah, a 30-year-old who read Rich Dad, Poor Dad in 2025. Inspired, she starts a small e-commerce store selling eco-friendly products. It's a risk. She invests $10,000 and spends nights learning marketing. But a year later, her store's making $5,000 a month. Compare that to her old job, where raises were barely 3% a year. Sarah took control and it paid off. Rich Dad's advice: don't wait for the perfect moment. Start small, learn fast, and keep going. Whether it's a side hustle, a stock portfolio, or a real estate deal, take that first step. As Kiyosaki says, winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. So, what's one risk you're ready to take toward financial freedom? Let me know in the comments. I'm rooting for you. Conclusion. So, there you have it: the core lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad that can transform your financial life in 2025. Let's recap. Shift your mindset to think like the rich. Focus on buying assets, invest in financial education, and take bold risks to own your future. This book isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms. Personally, this book made me rethink my own spending habits. I started small, investing in index funds, and now I'm earning passive income I never thought possible. It's not about getting rich quick, it's about building wealth smart. If you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad yet, grab a copy. It's a quick read that'll spark a fire in you. And if you've already read it, revisit it. The lessons hit differently as you grow. If you found this summary helpful, give this video a big thumbs up and share it with a friend who needs a money wake-up call. Want more book summaries like this? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, you financial rockstars. Keep learning, keep growing, and let's build wealth together. Subscribe now for more life-changing book summaries, and up next, we're diving into another personal finance gem. Any guesses what it is? Drop them below, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay wealthy, stay wise, and I'll catch you soon. Right mind for left side.